Hi folks, it's Paul Harrison here, and what I'm going to be covering is why you can't lose weight and actually keep it off. So why you can't lose weight and actually keep it off. First and foremost, folks, there's a secret that we've all been brainwashed with when it comes to actual weight loss. In this short time we have together, I'm going to uncover the secret, and we'll show you exactly why 99% of people who go onto diets put the weight and more back on as well. I'm also going to be showing you exactly how you can overcome this problem and make changes to be slimmer, healthier, and live a better standard of life. So who am I talking to? Well, as I'm sure you all know, much of society is currently trapped in a obesity epidemic at the moment. Some of the UK information here, we've got percentages of obesity prevalence, so the amount of people that have actually become obese over the last few years. You can see that graph is on an upward spiral there as well. We do have a problem, to such an extent that the UK government website has published information that said by 2050 obesity is going to is predicted to have affected 60% of adult men, 50% of adult women, and 25% of children. Even just watching the news, I'm sure you're aware of this epidemic. So who am I to talk to you? Firstly, my name's Paul Harrison. I'm an entrepreneur and I'm also a stock market trader. I was voted Business Innovator of the Year for 2011, and I was runner-up as the South African Entrepreneur of the Year for 2012. Primarily, these awards have come in from a text messaging service called Motivation.com, which is a text messaging service that has helped people make long-lasting personal change. We've taken people from Joe Public to some of the top UK stock market traders in the UK, and some of the fastest moving business builders and experts in their field, be that internet marketing, property investing, or small business startups as well. I'm also currently obese. As you could probably tell from the photo, I am clinically obese at the moment. I am 40 kilograms or 88 pounds or 6.5 stone overweight. I've also always had a problem with my weight. I've tried to diet a lot of the time, and I've yo-yoed. I've taken weight off and then I put weight back on again as well. Now, towards the end of 2012, towards the end of last year, I felt very, very heavily overweight. And I thought to myself, why, if I'm able to help people make these changes, be it in the stock market or trading or in business, why am I not able to help myself achieve the weight that I actually want to be? So I've actually decided to make a change. I decided that I was going to take what I've used to help people make changes in trading and making money and building business, and actually use it to help people lose weight, and more importantly, to actually keep it off. But I wanted to bring other people with me. So what I've decided to do was I was going to set up a weight loss testing program to actually lose weight and give the people on that group the skill sets to manage their own weight. In a very short amount of time, the specific strategies that we're using have shown some huge results. But our focus is not just on getting to the target weight, but more importantly, it's about actually being able to keep it off for the longer term. Okay, so what currently happens? Well, if you're watching this, then you've probably faced the same kind of problems as what I have. But why is it that something like 99% of people who lose weight will then put the weight back on, and possibly even more? There is a secret as to why this happens, folks. That secret is that diets are working on the wrong end of the problem. They are working on the wrong end of the problem. What diets currently focus on is the following. They tell you what to eat. They tell you what not to eat. And they tell you what exercise to do. This is no rocket science here. We all know this, which is great, because obviously it's important to be able to eat correctly and train correctly. And there is basically a very simple equation that I know you'll understand. The equation is basically that if more calories are burned than calories are consumed, you're going to lose weight. You are going to lose weight. It's a very simple equation. It happens the world over for any person. But the fact of the matter is, diets are missing the point. They are dealing with the symptom. They're not dealing with the problem. Everyone knows what you have to eat in order to become healthy. We all know what we have to eat. We all know that if you were just to eat your 5 fruit and veg per day, you're going to lose weight. It's not rocket science. The major problem is that these diets are dealing with what to eat. They are not dealing with the factors that make people overeat and under-exercise. Without dealing with these factors, people will never lose weight and actually keep it off. the way that most diets work, let me give you an analogy. Maybe that sounds a little bit complex there, but if I can give you an analogy on this. If you're doing the gardening, let's say you're doing the gardening and you see a weed in your garden. If you trim the weed, you know that the weed is actually going to grow back. You know that if you want to get rid of the weed, you're actually going to have to take the entire weed out, roots and all. If you completely take out that reason why it grows back, then it won't grow back. This is exactly why diets fail. We are doing the equivalent, diets are doing the equivalent of actually trimming the weed. It will get you the short-term solution, but these results are normally very short-lived. So what is the solution? Well, that's a great question, and I don't know why more people aren't asking this question. The research that I've undertaken over the last 7 years has brought me to this conclusion. Now, please remember that I've helped hundreds, if not thousands of people to make long-lasting personal change and received prestigious awards for this research and the solutions. The problem is that it comes down to how we perceive ourselves. The values and beliefs that we hold about ourselves on a subconscious basis. That's why it's so difficult to deal with, because it's on a subconscious basis. If that sounds weird, well, if it does, then you're not alone, because most people look at me a little bit strangely like that when I say that. But let me put this into context. Let me give an example of this regarding identity and belief. Someone who is overweight right now might eat a whole pizza by themselves. They might eat cakes or sweet things regularly. They might drink alcohol regularly as well. We all know that those things will put weight on. Now, I'm certain I can put my hand up to all three of those. All of these things you can imagine someone who is overweight doing. But would you imagine an elite athlete doing these things? An elite world-class athlete? Probably not. Why? The reason comes down to the values and beliefs that we have about ourselves. They dictate our behavior in our day-to-day way of life. Slim people eat and exercise in a slim way, and therefore it's easy for them to maintain their goal weight. Overweight people eat and exercise in an overweight way, and hence it becomes difficult for us to lose weight. Okay? The big challenge with this is, folks, we understand this on a logical basis, but our behavior is dictated by subconscious behavior, by what we believe about ourselves on a subconscious basis. So how do we change our values and beliefs? Well, within the beta testing group that we've got up and running, this is what we do. The step one is you complete a questionnaire that will give us an idea of where you believe your challenges are. So at least you're thinking about these challenges now. Step 2 is we have weekly coaching calls to provide training and support. And then step 3, we actually use motivation text messages, the business innovation of the year, to work on your subconscious mind. That's how we're going to start changing your values and beliefs. So the questionnaire gets you to identify what's stopping you. It also helps you point out your true motivating factors that will make you maintain a healthy weight. So what are the real motivating factors? What are your real driving factors that are going to make you maintain a healthy weight? They also allow us to understand how to best help you with what you need in order to be successful. So at least we can then help you and be able to coach you with that as well. And it makes you aware of what was not worked on in the past. So you have a look at what is not worked in the past, and at least you can do something about it then. It can make you aware of it. I mean, how many times have people been on diets? And the vast majority of people I'm working with have been on diets before, but they haven't worked. So why do they keep going on diets? Surely there must be something wrong, something else is going on there. Now, the weekly webinars, what we do, they're designed to keep your momentum high whilst losing the weight. So there's always challenges when you're losing the weight, but really this is designed to be able to keep your momentum high, because if you can keep that momentum high, it's going to be it's going to be a lot easier for you to actually achieve your goal weight. It also allows you to enjoy a supportive, friendly environment that will hold you to account and celebrate your success as well as a supportive team. And then we also have guest speakers that will come along to give you some of the best guidance on nutrition, fitness, and weight loss as well. You'll also be able to get all of your questions answered. So if you have any questions about what you're going through, I guarantee that if you're going through something at this time, there's myself or a member of my team that is going through it as well, or has been through it, and may have a solution for you there as well. Then we have the motivation text messages. Now, again, these are scientifically designed text messages that help you keep focused on your goals. When I'm asking people about what stopped them from being successful previously with their weight loss, it's that things like life has got in the way, or they've lost the motivation, or what have you. Now, these have been developed over the last 5 years with the help of hypnotherapists, psychotherapists, and NLP practitioners. That's neuro-linguistic programming practitioners. What they do is they remodel your values and your beliefs about yourself, but they work on a subconscious basis. They also keep your motivation very high to achieve your goals. A lot of people get to a certain weight and then they stop being motivated to actually lose that weight. And of course, they go back to their old behaviors and they put the weight back on again. They also teach you little secrets, insights, and understandings that will help you shed those unwanted pounds. And again, more importantly, is to actually keep them off. We've all lost weight before, but it's keeping it off and actually changing your lifestyle that's about. As I said, again, I was awarded the Business Innovator of the Year for this concept. And again, folks, that's not something you can buy. You can't just go out and buy an award or something like that. It's, any diet that the people have been on, there's always testimonials. Now these testimonials, I'm sure people have lost weight, but it's keeping it off that the most important thing is. This was a Business Innovator of the Year award I received for the impact of these text messages. So what I need from you, well, a few weeks ago I started the original beta testing group, and we've actually had some incredible results. People dropping a lot of weight in a very short amount of time, which is great, but it's not the most important thing is people keep the weight off. That's really where I'm focusing on here. We've also learned a hell of a lot, a huge amount, which you're always going to learn when you start out something new and start testing it. Now, I want to take this to a bigger audience for more testing. We had a very small group originally. Now, I want to take the group out a little bit bigger because I'm sure we're going to learn even more as well, and really continuously developing the model so it really helps as many people as possible. So one of the questionnaires, you remember I mentioned the questionnaire, I asked people to list why people have not actually lost the weight in the past, and the people who are on the group have come back with things like this: a real lack of motivation. I have good intentions for a couple of weeks and then they fall off it. Motivation and core inner beliefs. This is somebody who believed they didn't have the motivation or the core inner beliefs, had a negative self-image and a belief that I'm not good enough or unworthy. Okay, now I certainly know that being overweight, it does make you feel not good enough and unworthy as well, and self-esteem goes down as well. Too much stress in the job and problems in the job as well. This is a huge one. We all a lot of us revert to overeating when we're actually feeling stressed, and that really can add on additional problems because we're looking for that comfort. We've all done it. We've all done it. So why do my clients want to lose weight? Again, now we go into some of the motivating factors, the reasons why people want to lose weight. And this is what some of my clients have said to me. I need to be healthier. If I don't do it now, it's only going to become harder to lose the weight. I have a baby girl. This particular individual just had a baby girl with his wife, and we want to have another child in the next couple of years. So I want to make sure that I'm going to be healthy or alive to look after them and provide for them. I feel my self-confidence has dropped as a result of being overweight. Probably don't go out as often as I should be, and missing out on a social life for fear of what people may think about me or judge me without even knowing who I am. Now, if you're overweight, you know exactly what these people are talking about here. Having problems buying clothes and also feeling bad about myself. This is another person. Actually, when you're going shopping and not being able to find clothes that fit, or nice clothes that fit, that's something I face every single day when I go to go shopping at the moment. This is continued as well. I just want you to be able to get an understanding of the people who I'm working with at the moment. If this relates to you, then maybe we can help you with something here as well. I always struggled with my weight up and down like a yo-yo. It gets harder as I get older. This is another client. Wearing the clothes that I want to wear, as I can only fit into 3 sets of clothes at the moment. Feeling comfortable around people that I work with. This is what somebody said. They've only got 3 pairs of clothes that they can actually fit into at the moment. What losing weight will mean for them is that they're comfortable around other people that they work with as well. I think it affects my job prospects. This is somebody else saying that they feel that being overweight affects their job prospects, her dating prospects, and just the way that people relate to her. I think that you often get overlooked when you're overweight, and people assume that you're greedy and lazy. For anybody who's been overweight, you know exactly what's being said here. Then we have another guy who's a diabetic, so I need to lose the weight. More, that's not an option. You have to lose the weight at that level. Continued as well to why people want to lose the weight: to gain more energy, needed for both my business and my lifestyle. This person's an entrepreneur. Help with self-esteem, live a longer life. So again, it's we've all been there. not being able to fit into my suit or just being able to take a walk, not being able to go full out physically, like jumping, running, and being happy. Again, people who've never been overweight don't understand what it's like to be overweight. They really don't. If I don't lose the weight, I have a very real risk of diabetes. This is what somebody's doctor said to them. So I can move better, no more back pain. We all know about that back pain with back and knees, and I want more confidence, more energy. When I lose the weight before, I felt awesome and could move so much better and fit in all my clothes that I want. It's having an effect on my self-confidence. I sometimes don't want to go anywhere or even just having fun when shopping. So back to the motivation text message again. There's scientifically designed text messages that help slimmers achieve long-lasting weight management success. And we look at the key part there is the long-lasting. The concept, as I said, was developed over the last 5 years with hypnotherapists, psychotherapists, and NLP practitioners. They keep your goals on front of mind. They're going to keep the motivation, but they're also going to keep your goals on front of mind. They also will powerfully recondition your self-identity. How do these text messages work? They have a scientifically designed formula that uses advanced human behavioral techniques, including the reticular activating system, autosuggestion, bespoke personality profiling, so it's just for you, 100% personalized messages. What do these text messages do for you? Well, they provide different text messages every morning, so it's always fresh, always something new. They connect you with that peak motivated state. Now the thing is, I'm sure that you've been on New Year's Eve at New Year's Eve sometime, and you said, this year I'm going to lose that weight. And at that time, you're very motivated. You're in a peak motivated state. These messages will take you back to those peak motivated states. So you're focused every day on what you've got to do. And we've just got to get through it on a day-to-day basis. And then you'd be amazed over a month or 2 months how that day-to-day motivation can really help you. They also stop life from getting in the way of your goals. Now, so often we get to a certain weight and then life just gets in the way, and we're back to square one before we know it, because we go back to our old behaviors. They'll also provide you with little secret strategies and insights to help with your weight loss. And it's one day at a time. They keep you going on a one day at a time basis. What does the support group do for you? Well, we have the weekly webinars for all of us to get onto, share our experiences, what's worked, what hasn't worked, and keep the momentum high. We also hold each other to account in a positive, friendly environment. What you'll find is you're a lot more dedicated if you don't just do it alone. Doing it alone is very, very, very tough. When you've got other people working with you, it's a lot easier. Again, folks, this is a beta testing group, but it's only for people who are truly committed to being successful with losing weight, and more importantly, keeping it off. People who truly believe that they can lose weight. If you don't believe that you can lose weight, chances are you're going to sabotage yourself. You're not going to actually give it what you need to give it. I would prefer less people than more, because I need to be able to make regular contact with you and just keep tabs on how you're going. So now I guess it's time to find out who is committed. Now please remember, when I have documented the process that my clients will maintain, people will be prepared to pay thousands to get involved with this. Please also bear in mind this is being documented by a university professor, and no names will be mentioned or anything like that unless you say it's okay, but it is being documented for a university paper. So how much would you be willing to pay to achieve and maintain your ideal weight and enjoy great health and boundless energy? £5,000? £2,500? £1,000? There is going to be a cost involved. I have to do a lot of work on this to help you identify your motivating factors and your goals. There's also a significant financial cost in both time and sunken costs in developing, building, and sending the personalized text messages to you. And there's also the cost of the webinar software and the time to hold them, upload them, and personalize them, and then also for me to be able to arrange with the expert speakers to come along as well. So there is obviously going to be the cost involved. The financial investment in yourself also commits you emotionally. It puts leverage on you and gives you the best chance of success. I'll give you another example of this. We have stock market traders that I work with and people we actually teach to trade, and we charge them £2,000 to come onto a weekend, and then we provide support for them afterwards, which is like £50 a month. But the thing is that people have said to us, teach us to trade, and then we'll go 50-50 with you on the on the profits, which we've tried before. But you know what happens? People don't actually keep committed to it because there's no leverage on them. They haven't paid any money to actually get involved. So there's very, very little leverage on them, particularly when the going gets tough to be successful. The only thing that matters after you've invested in yourself is that you get the result you're after. That's the only thing that matters. I don't care about, I don't think it's a good thing if people try something and fail. The only thing that matters to me is that you get the result you're after and you maintain the lifestyle that you want. That's the only thing that matters. So here's the plan. Following the success of the first batch of people on the beta testing group, I'm opening the group up for another batch of people to come through and make this change with us. We are still testing, and this is why the investment to get involved with this group is so affordable. If you're truly committed to becoming slimmer, healthier, and doing this with me, then it's going to be a refundable £79 deposit to confirm that you'll be part of the program starting in the next few weeks. That's a refundable amount. Now, the deposit is refundable, as I said. If you have been on the program for at least 4 months and not got the results that you're after, I will refund that £79. But it's not going to be something that happens overnight, folks. That's why I say 4 months that you're going to need to be involved. And if you aren't happy with the results you've got, then I will refund your £79. So there's no risk on this. Okay, as long as you're committed to doing it. From there, I'll be charging £9.70 per month for the text messages and £25 per month for the webinars and for the coaching. You can cancel that monthly payment at any time if you feel that it's not working for you, but you can only get your deposit back after 4 months of working on the program. Again, you've got to give this some time to work with. And 4 months, I mean, if you can take 4 months to achieve the goal that you're after for the rest of your life, I'm sure you would take that as an option. I really want to limit the number of people, so it's a first come, first confirmed situation. Now think about it. How much better would you feel if you managed to get down to the absolute weight that you wanted to do? How much more confidence would you have? How much more energy would you have for friends, family, and work? How much more attractive would you feel? And let's be honest, I mean, that's not a bad thing. And how good would you feel when people actually notice the weight loss? How much more would you actually live your life? So that's the plan, folks. So if you're really committed, most people won't be, because a lot of people talk, and that's absolutely fine. But for those of you who are committed, come and join us. What have you got to lose, apart from at least 15 kilograms? Don't say that. I'd like to ask you not to say, I want to think about it. Rather say no. Don't say you want to think about it. The reason why I ask you to do that is because a lot of people say they want to think about things, but we all know it's really a coward's way out. It's really just saying no, but not actually letting yourself say no to yourself. So if you're committed to doing it, please, it'd be great for you to join us. If you say you want to think about it, then rather just have the conviction to say no. If it's not for you, that's absolutely perfect. That's brilliant, and I wish you all the very best moving forward. If you are committed, though, let's make this happen. Let's make this happen. Myself and the rest of the group are changing our lives, and I'd love to have you on this journey with us, and really to be able to achieve long-lasting personal change. To secure your place for this, please go to motivation.com/slimapply. And you can actually pay your £79 there, and then we'll send you out a whole welcome pack, and that is obviously is a refundable £79. And really, the question is, are you really committed to feeling better? I mean, that's basically where it is. I can't make that decision for you, but I really hope that if you are committed, that you decide to come and join us, and I really look forward to having the journey with you. So all the very, very best, folks. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully see you on the other side. So go to motivation.com/slimapply, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.